When an employer is asking you the question, tell me more about yourself and your qualifications, this is how you are supposed to answer this kind of a question. My name is Samuel Getembe, and I'll be taking you through on the second episode on how to answer interview questions, especially a question when an employer is asking you, tell me more about yourself. I've seen a lot of people fail this kind of a question because they don't know what to answer in such kind of a question. They start giving a lot of histories, they start giving a lot of backgrounds, like they start mixing themselves. Let me give you an example. There's a point I remember when we were doing an interview, because I've been corporate for more years, and a person who had come for the interview, and I remember one of our HR personnel that was in an interview was asking this person, please tell us more about yourself. You can imagine this person started telling us the time he was circumcised, the time he was I don't know, doing what, going to the villages, the time he was, I don't know, going to town for the first time, and they were just actually sitting there and wondering what kind of a question this person is answering to. So that is why I want to take time today and I take you through how to answer this question of when an employer is asking you, tell me more about yourself and your qualification. This is how you answer it. Thank you for now. This is how you answer it. So the employer is, when he is asking you such kind of a question, or interviewer is actually looking for few answers. You need to be straight and be specific. When they're asking you about yourself, like myself, this is how you give an example. Assume today you are maybe an accounts clerk, or you have been someone that has done accounts before. So when they are asking you in an interview, maybe you have gone for a job description was as an accountant person, just tell them, I have been an accountant for 4 years, and in 4 years I have been handling payrolls, I've been preparing budgets, I have been preparing salaries for the company, I've been balancing books here and there, have been preparing ledgers, have been preparing cash books, and so on and so on. So this, you have already told the employer what you have been doing. So you have already told him about yourself, and then you can tell them during that time when you are doing all that work, you also got a certificate in CPA, that is public certified accountancy. So once you get that, depending on your country, in Kenya you can say a CPAK, that is public certified public accountants of Kenya, or whichever the country you are coming from. So this means you've already given an employer a hint of the highest grade you have scored. If you have done finance in a university, you just tell them you have done a degree. If you have done a master's, you just tell them you have done a master's in so and so on, in theology, in finance, in corporate, and so on. If you have done master's in corporate governance, you can tell the employer that you have done a master's in corporate governance. So if you have done a PhD, that is the time you tell an employer that you have done a PhD. Remember, don't give much of the information that you have not been asked. The employer is serious and is straightforward and is being specific. Is just asking you, tell me more about yourself. So when an employer is asking that you tell me more about yourself, is just asking you to tell a few things. Number one, as we have said, talk to him about your career, what you have achieved in 3 years or 4 years. As we said, if you have been an accountant, just tell him for few things that you have been doing. As a manager, if you assume that you are a manager, just tell him, I've been a manager for 5 years in this company. I was doing training to people, I was doing recruitment, I was doing preparing reports, and doing so on and so on. And then in the 5 years, you can say, in my highest qualification, I have a degree in this, I have a master's degree in this, I have a certificate in this, I have a diploma in this and this. So once you are able to answer that, you automatically qualified and you have answered that question right. So if I was to award, because you always have a score that we award to people, when you come and say, my name is so and so on, and say, I have been a bookkeeper for 5 years now. I've been payrolls, I've been checkbooks, I've been doing balancing books, I'm doing petty cash, I'm doing ledgers, and so on. And then you can tell them, during that time, I have also, in my qualification, I am a PhD holder, I am a master's holder, I am a degree holder, I'm a diploma holder, I'm a certificate holder. And in this certificate holder, I've done in public finance. In this public finance, it is what has helped me to acquire this knowledge that I have done and have experience working for 4 years up to now today. So you have answered about yourself, of what you have been doing, because when you tell me about more about yourself is what you have been doing for the last time that you have come for an interview. So once you answer such kind of a question, you automatically qualify to be the best employee that the employer is looking for. And that is what people are looking in a job market. Someone that has the knowledge and knows what to answer in an interview question. So thank you very much for watching this episode, because I want to break them down as much as possible to make sure that you are able to understand it better. So the kind of a question that you expect to get in an interview, so keep in touch with me as I take you through to understand the kind of questions you expect for an interview. For now, I say bye-bye. Let's meet in our next episode that we shall be discussing on when someone is asking you, why do you want to work in the company? Bye-bye for now.